Hello and welcome back to Age of Wonders 4. We are starting off a brand new campaign this morning as Nomad Conquerors. We're going to be diving into a brand new premium challenge realm. We recently just beat the Scars of Turag, which has the cool echoes of the fracturing thing that leads you to artifacts and cataclysms and whatnot. And now we're going to try the other realm. It is a realm once afflicted by the devouring winds, so it is barren and fractured. It is a desert realm. It has fractured infestations all over it. It is a ruined realm, and it is continents, my favorite realm trait. We're just gonna stick with I'm curious just to see how the two challenge realms are without adding too much on top of them right now. So we're gonna play on them as is. We'll play large with 8 people because it's my favorite number. We're gonna play on brutal difficulty with simultaneous turns. I'm going to make sure that this is on the correct things. We're going to go challenging, not challenging plus, because challenging plus is just, it's not as fun, I find. The combat AI is fine, but you know what? I can never find it anymore. I always look for it. Who knows where it is? Game speed normal, score victory is disabled. That's the one thing I wanted to double check here. And other than that, we're ready to go. Does challenging AI get... That's just the extra damage, eh? The extra damage? I don't know what the difference is. This is what I was looking for. The starting cities unlocked homes here. This stuff here, the strategic bonuses, is the stuff that I'm always trying to keep an eye on. It's actually on random. I'm going to leave it on that. I'm okay with it. It's kind of weird. It's kind of different, but I vibe it. We'll create our faction. If you want to skip this part, I'll put a timestamp down below if you're watching on YouTube. But we are going to play with the new rabbit people because I've never used them ever before. So we are going to play with elusive rabbit people to give us bonuses to retaliation attacks and opportunity attacks. The Conquerors that we're going to be playing as, it seems like they dip and dive in and out of combat a lot. So elusive seemed like it would be a pretty good idea to go with. We're also going to go with fast recuperation because as Conquerors, we're going to be fighting a lot. And I want to go with chariots because I don't know that we've ever done a chariot build before. And the new camels have chariots. Or I should say the new chariots have camels. We're going to play as nomads. We're going to play as conquerors. So we have barge cities. We get to run around and steal everything else. The conquerors themselves, they can annex pillaged enemy provinces to gain draft production and gold through aggressive expansion. I believe anybody can do this, but now it is... These guys get extra bonuses. Pillaging provinces provides food, and we get empowering momentum. So the more we can basically move in combat, charge units especially, get extra bonuses. We are going to play with Ruthless Raiders, because it just feels correct. And I believe Prolific Swarmers. And my main idea behind this was honestly just that... cities for nomads are extra expensive. They require double food to gain population, and magic origin units are kind of bad with the fractured stuff going on. Choose your first. So we play with that. We are going to check out the new Tome of the Warband this time as well, because I feel like it fits our build a bit more here. So we have bonuses to experience, we get extra draft, we get extra HP and morale, we get the new lieutenant who has this cool discern weakness ability, and Commander's Call, which gives us temporary HP and morale in a 1 hex radius. Little Materium, a little chaos. That's pretty much going to be the vibe we're going for. And we're going to play as a Giant King. And my encoding is suddenly overloaded. There we go. It disappeared. We will be playing as a Fire Giant King because I thought it sort of fit the idea the best. Now, for the look of this guy, I actually want to go with this face. My whole concept on this was I wanted to play as almost this like elemental monster. And I was messing around with the different things that you could do here. And I just realized that if you make this guy with a really big head, he doesn't really look like a giant anymore. He looks like something entirely different as far as I'm concerned. And I like that vibe. We give him really big hands, some short arms. He's kind of got the same vibe as the Jawa bugs we recently played with. But like, he looks like he is some sort of weird other thing right now. We can cover him in scar so he looks a bit muddier. And I don't know if I'm going to go red for him. Honestly, I might try to match this kind of muddy mask. The idea kind of being that he is like a demonic spirit of the desert, you know? I don't think changing this really matters too much for him. But I like the vibe of him. He doesn't look like a giant. He looks like some sort of otherly being with this huge broken head. And I like the idea that these like rabbit conquerors are saying like, oh, we have this weird spirit of the desert who has come to us. The spirit of the sands that's basically, you know, hot magma mixed with sands to create glass. Sort of these obsidian shoulders, this mud. I think it's a vibe. I think it checks out. I don't think armor color also matters too much for him. Oh, it does change his belt buckle. Let's go. You know what? Let's just go with steel. Just a classic old steel. Who resurrected the Stonehenge statue? You know, we got a couple of belts, daggers on the belt. We are going to use... Who did I say this guy was going to be? A warrior? I did say a warrior. Though that doesn't allow me to use the big slab. I kind of wanted to give him the obelisk. The only problem with the obelisk is when the head is this big, it just cuts right through it and it looks not great. And it also doesn't really fit the arm properly. There's a weird clipping thing going on with that right now when you make your guy this absolutely broken looking. So you know what? Maybe I will go. Maybe I will just go with a warrior. Heavy's Conqueror. Let's give him the Bone Warhammer. Yeah, you know what? Why the heck not? It kind of looks almost shamanistic, which he is going to be probably pretty craft focused to certain degrees. Oh no, that's right. I was sorry. I misplayed this. I'm going to play as an elementalist because I wanted him to be fire. The unfortunate thing is, so he is going to carry that around, but we're going to try to keep him in this pose because I think it just looks better. The rabbits, who really are the main play here, we can kind of make these guys look like whatever we want. I'm not going to worry too much about them though. I guess they have little tiny cotton butts, cotton tails, short and wide frost giant, Throg, king of trolls. That's very, very Warhammer appropriate. So, Doc, hello. Which tome offers you a mounted polearm unit like a knight with a lance? You'd be looking for the tome of, what is it? The Tome of Authority, I think it's called. It's a tier 4 order tome is what you want for something like that. Look at me. What do I have? ADHD? Tome of Supremacy. Not Tome of Supremacy. Tome of Subjugation. Tier 3 order tome. Gives you the Subjugator, which is a heavy shock unit on cavalry. Who has, I think, a big lance. I believe a big lance. Our chariot animal type here. Let's get this guy first. So we're going to have camel chariots because they're really funny looking and foolish, and I just think it's quite right. We're going to throw some horns on our rabbits. I don't quite know how this horn selector works. It seems like it's either horns or no horns. But when I was testing this the other day, you could click this and it would give you random sets, but only some of the time. Same thing with hair. Like you could click it twice and it would give you a different hairstyle. But I don't love it, so we might not play with that. I know that by heart. Oh yeah, I've played a lot of this game. we've played a fair bit of this game over the years. You also technically have the exemplars who, well, they don't have lances, but they have sword and shield, and they are on mounts, but they're flying mounts. So I think we're gonna go with like these scarred, burned rabbits. And You know, I might just go gray. There's something about that. I don't know how I feel about this color scheme yet. Hair color doesn't really matter. Armor color, I think we're just gonna go regular old darkened steel. These are bunny rabbits, so I'm gonna make them pretty lean. There's a fun thing where if you only eat bunny rabbits, you actually starve to death because they don't have enough fat on them to let you survive. Fun fact. Don't just eat bunny rabbits. Tiny little hands, tiny little bunny hands. Why not? I like the idea that they have slightly longer legs. Give them sort of that jackrabbit vibe. And the real question is if we are conquerors, what coloring do we want to go with? We are conquerors led by a fire giant, so obviously some sort of red is a vibe. I like on these camel chariots how much the secondary color actually affects the look of everything here. I want to say maybe like a dark orange. A burnt umber. Yeah. Yeah. Let's do that. Further, hello.
LOL said the scorpion to the frog LMAO.
LMAO. Thank you so much, my dude. Welcome on in. 19 months. I appreciate it. Fade, will this be available later on YouTube? Yes, it will. The live stream will disappear, but then it will come back as a VOD a couple days later. For this one, probably Saturday morning. If you're watching this Saturday morning, leave a comment in the old comment box. Let me know you found it. And wait, what are we? Browns? Dark. This is kind of the. This is my burnt umber. Man, it's really just brown, isn't it? Let's go a little bit brighter. Give us some orange. And then we gotta make our flag at least look kind of cool. Maybe this is a brighter orange. Ah, that looks ugly though. You know what? I might go with like a gray. Can't quite get you the color I'm really looking for. But I suppose it will have to do. I am pretty sure there's an emblem here that is a camel. So I'm kind of inclined just to take the camel. Or a spiky cactus? Maybe we go spiky cactus. Green is a very strange coloration look, though. But I do love. This could work. Spiky cactus on a sort of clay burnt umber. It is weird and dark, but it is a vibe. I think this works. These guys kind of look mean. I like that they blend in with the camels a little bit too. Color select wheel is such a great improvement. It is absolutely one of my favorites right now. Absolutely one of my favorites. And we are going to play with this big chonkin guy. Now, you guys know me. My idea for this guy's name was just Crucible. But I'm pretty open to naming conventions right now. So chat, if you got cool titles, if you got good race names, if you got good Throne City names, throw them in the chat. Let me know your thoughts. And we'll consider adding something in here. You guys are generally a lot more clever than I am. I can come up with cool visual designs, but I'm bad at words, which you would think a guy with an English degree would not be. But let me look at the ambitions and stuff in the meantime. I was going to go Raider for this guy. It just kind of seemed like an obvious choice. We also get the extra 10 HP regeneration and world map. Mix that in with fast regeneration. We've got a flat 15 for everybody. All we have to do is win a single combat in enemy territory. Seems kind of obvious to me. For defaults, AI personalities, I mean, I kind of just want to say demonic warlord. Power hungry ruler. Prefers treachery to weakness. Stability through subjugation. Values strategy. He could be a revolutionary diplomat. Likes empires with vassals. Dislikes large domains. Dislikes trading grievances. You know what, man? I don't know that I've ever had someone who's a revolutionary diplomat. I think I'm going to do that. And we can lay out the tome paths, which is always a bit of fun because I get to tell you a little bit about the build and when I hit it binds. We're going to go warband into pyromancy. Obviously, we're going to be doing a lot of fire damage. We're going for a more demonic focused run, but we're going to be weaving in golems. And the main reason for that is because the new tome has cool golem stuff as part of it. We're going to pick up Tome of the Construct. So Tome of Artificing, Tome of the Construct. And then we go Tome of the Warlord, which has the new war golems, right? So these guys count as constructs. They are infernal siege weapons. They also count as fiends. Actually, I don't know that they do count as constructs. They do count as fiends. One moment, please. Where do they sit? Ironclads, bombards. Where are you? War golem. You count as both a construct and an infernal fiends. I was correct. So, you know, obviously these guys are going to be a big part of our army. They do, they're magic fighters as well, which is very fun.
Your journey.
And they'll blend in really well with the artificing and the construct. This also gives us bronze golems, which are tier 3 spears, and the iron golems, which are tier 3 shields. So it sort of fills a lot of the roles we have. We get tier 3 charge units, shock units. So they're going to be like the other sort of half of that. Tome of the Dreadnought is going to give us a bit of range with the ironclads. Obviously, I also, you know, hate fighting those. And then we're just going to go Demon Gate, Chaos Channeling, Chaos Lord. It's pretty straightforward. There's not a lot of places you can go in late game Chaos right now. The stuff from Tome of the Warlord, there is a bunch of bonuses in here for things like Infernal Might, Fiends get extra crit chance, you know. So we're going to have a mix of these Reverie war golems that sort of defend our lands. And then we're going to have these like extra mobile rabbit demons that are mixing everything else up, riding on these cool camel chariots. And then honestly, if I could add in anything else, it might be like geomancy. I'd love to get super growth because the new Tome of the Warlord gives you an ability that gives you +1 retaliation, and if you take super growth, that gives you +1 retaliation, so you can have charge units with 3 retaliation, which is busted, crazy good, and probably going to be a future build. So, all right, you prefer your conquerors being dissonant in their color schemes? Better conquering with T and pinky finger lifted? I mean, I like to go with a weird thematic approach. Generally, the way that I design things is I just look for cool combinations for like the rulers, and then I build everything around that. This one was, I was playing with the height sliders and the head sliders and stuff, and I realized, oh, I could actually, if I make this head really big, it looks extra cool. And then this guy kind of just like screamed weird demon construct to me. So Crucible, maybe if we painted the meaning that also has a word form attached. Capital city, the kiln. Ooh, good one. I like that. I like that a lot. Animated stone individual, stone man. 1 point in order for spice. All sorts of options, right? The quarry. Ooh. I was thinking about originally naming them something like the glassed, because, you know, the idea of being like, if there's sand people and there's a lot of fire, it's glass. It's sort of glass, or I mean, obsidian is a bit more like magma and water, but obviously I'm also thinking about like, can I put a rabbit pun in here? Like bunny I don't think I can. I don't think I'm this clever. Great title. What about Detrius is his name? Rolling Stone because he's rolling around. War golems, also magic origin units on top of construct and fiends. Yes, yeah, they have a lot of different things that stack on them. So glass seems derogatory, like you're dead. I mean, what's funny to me is like glass. When I think of glass, I think of like things that have been hit with a nuclear bomb. Like when we talk about like a glassing a province, it's normally about like just completely wiping everything living there off the map. Giant King Crucible. What would we call him? Like King Construct. He's not really a King Construct. He's more like an elemental demon, or like an elemental fiend. Fiend Fire Lord. Fiend Fire Lord could work. Would it be Fiend Fire Lord or Fiend Fire Lord? Or would it be Fiend Fire Lord? Oh. I'm losing the plot here at this point. So Master Molder, Elemengineer, King Construct. Did we skip the bug nomads? No, not at all. We finished them up yesterday. Shockingly, we finished that campaign. It came out of left field, so. The glassed buns. Glassed buns. I like that. Or like the glazed buns. Then it's a little bakery reference too. Glass is molten sand. Yeah, right. You know what, man? I kind of like Elemengineer. It's foolish, but Elemengineer Crucible, the fire giant. He floods realms with lava where his glazed buns of the kiln thrive. You know what? I like it. I like it a lot. I like it a lot. Bucktooth beings who consider the length of their ears to be a sign of wisdom and grace. They have trained to dart in and out of combat, not giving the enemies much time to strike back. Their blood is strong, which allows them to recuperate from wounds faster than other. Their beasts and troops have been trained in the art of chariot warfare. They're prone to wandering, either to conquer the lands beyond the horizon or to extract potent essences from magical sources. They murder without remorse. For them, loot and plunder are more important than right or wrong. They find their strength in fast population growth and overwhelming numbers. Let's go. Kick it. Love the look of this guy. I'm really big on it. Because he doesn't look like a weird off proportion giant. I thought about doing a dragon for this guy originally and just making him a big snake. Big, really thin snake. But then I saw this and I was like, oh, this looks perfect. And he looks like a conqueror. He looks like a conqueror of the sands, so. Day 1 dawns. Oh, we got a spooky ghost next to us, too. A new ruler emerges. Explore your surroundings, expand your domain, prepare to face your rivals and become the master of this realm. Your choices will shape the new Age of Wonders 4. So, we have the Tome of the Warband. We have Hairfolk, who are elusive so that they can get in and out of attacks. They have fast recuperation, so they heal extra quick. And we have chariot mounts because, frankly, I just wanted camels on chariot mounts. We are ruthless raiders and prolific swarmers, giving us a little bonus to growth and avoiding of magic origin units, because things like the Tome of the Warband and the Tome of the Warlord both give us non-magic origin units. We start with Commander's Call. 1 hex, heal, and morale. Pretty good, honestly. Very good healing buff. And the Swift Strike Blessing. Target friendly units that has action points remaining and another within 3 hexes gain empowering momentum and fortune, so crit bonuses. We are going to be very crit heavy. We are going for a pretty chaos-centric run. Chaos with a bit of materium. We can take Bread for War and get ourselves a minor race transformation. We can get the Lieutenant, who is pretty good, but can we build a tier 2 unit right away? I don't think we can, right? No. So in general, I'm going to go for something like Bread for War because it's going to be a few turns till we get a tier 2. I'd rather get us something that's easy to start with. Raider Tents give us plus 10 food, and when we share a border with another empire or free city, we get food and gold. I mean, yeah, I'm going to get that. That's probably boosted by Foresters as well, so we'll get an early Forester as soon as we can. We start with 2 Wind Warriors and 2 Raider units who are mounted in our cool chariots. Honestly, pretty great looking. Love the vibe of these dudes. They have empowering momentum, so when they move at least 3 hexes, you gain momentum. A good reason to take Mount Masters, because it does boost you up from 4 combat speed to 5. These guys also have fiery momentum, so when you have momentum, they do burning, and they gain Demolisher. Oh, cool. Oh, I like that. That they get Demolisher on that. And they have Slip Away? Wow. These are great little units. I think we'll talk to the spooky ghost here first, just because I'm curious what he wants us to say. He wants us to make a Forefathers cloak. Now, the problem with this is this is a really good cloak, and I can't make it. Simply put, at tier 4, I'm going to need like 100 essence. And if I only have 20 turns, there's no way I'm even going to have an item forged in that amount of time. So this guy is a vampire. I love these new ghost events. Sadly, I probably should have just ignored that. Where are we on the map? This is what I normally do. We are center bottom. Not ideal. I hate being in the center, and the game loves putting me there. We have a gold wonder down here. We have a big skeleton down here. Whoa, is this a Sarlacc pit? No, but it kind of looks like one. Yeah, right. And we have a nice little scouting tower over there. Hum, 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 hum. Where do we go? We actually have a river here as well, which is kind of surprising for this desert map. There's a gold stash there with only 250 units of Zealots. Zealots get Magic Fighter. Oh, that rules. That makes Zealots really good. And we have a little bit of water. We are playing on continents, which I have to remember. And it does look like this whole area is Astral Barrens with ruined nodes. We might poke our nose in here. Dude, our guy looks crazy. Especially with this giant rock sticking out of him. Let's build another Dune Rider. You know, right now we have effectively 5 frontline units, so I don't really think we need anything else in here. I forgot that we're giants. And we start with an item forge.
Passively over-harvest resource nodes. When the resource nodes in reach of a nomad city are depleted, the city may want to relocate.
Now, we need nodes first before we can do that. And we don't have the stuff for that yet. So, are you all ocean over here? Interesting. There is a little ocean gap. Unexpected. I gotta poke my nose in here. There is a fractured infestation. But it is nappy time, snoozy time. And a ruined mana node, and then Pearl Reef. Man, there's not really a lot of stuff around for us to absorb. One might even say problematically so. But there's a food stash there at least, so we can pick that up. And I am going to grab this right away. And man, I want those nodes, but I want this raider tent faster, so I'm just going to grab a forester right here. This also gives us a bit of scout. I guess I might as well send this guy down south. There is at least a road down there that we can explore on. Which is realistically probably where I should have sent this dude, but an altar of devotion up here. We might be able to gobble that up. We have another Dune Rider coming out in 36. I'm going to rush this and... man, I guess let's grab a library early? This is already a weird build. You could move right away. Yeah, you could pack up immediately. I don't really have enough to fight this guy at 400. Summoner, Wind Rager, Soother, Arcane Guard. Do I have enough to fight you? No. So all of our guys have 0 resistance. So actually an entire unit of magic would do some serious damage to us. You're an oasis full of pigs, though. You'd be better. You're still not a great fight for me, though. All these guys poison. We might just keep walking around right now. So you are going to come down here and do some exploration. So we have pastures, we have iron, we have haste berries down here. Being protected by a small army. And I guess I'm going to send you up this way, past this fractured infestation, and we'll explore a little bit in the north here. 480 there. This is a pretty tough world right now. Defeating infestations is definitely something we're going to want, especially because there's fractured infestations all over this map. Boy, and I don't know. I guess I'm going to grab probably another one of these raiders just to fill out my army. Yuck. This is a massive free city. I can see this is a Reaver territory. All these little balloons. You're on top of a gold vein. Okay, so there's some good resources up here. Ooh. You're big and shiny. I think I'm going to pull this guy back. There's also a Rainbow Rapids. City with 3 provinces close to this unlocks recruitment of Tide Spirits and regenerate 25 HP every turn. Vasek Vol has 2 out of 3. Now, you can't absorb a monument. And there's a pirate cove down here. And also, the free city of Bushgrove. They look at us disgusted. They hate our guts. They are primal humans. Defensive tactics, adaptable, fast recuperation. You know what, man? I need somebody to fight. We are conquerors. So I guess you need a farm. You need a farm. It sounds like I should probably build a farm somewhere. I could build a farm down here and start absorbing this gold vein. So let's do that next. And doesn't work on fractured infestations. Error. Well, if that's the case, let's just do this. I'm going to grab a quarry. We got our first level up over here. We were going to pick up Discipline of Flames, I believe, to just get us a little lesser evocation here for our big boy. So we can terraform things into Ashland and Chasm. But I don't know that that's actually really good for us. I don't know what is good for us. Nothing, really. As a giant king, we can build farms on ashlands. Provinces with lava and lava chasms provide 2 production and don't apply the extra city stability. Well, I guess if that's the case, I better slap one of these down. Remembered about Cyclops sheep herders, giants with nomad goats and rabbits? Ooh, that's also a very fun idea. A big sheep herder. When are we getting a sheep class? Give the people what they want. Sheep. This is just a little wonder down here. We'll poke our nose over so we can spot it. Otherwise, we're exploring. Here's bread for war. Provinces provides vision in a 3-hex radius. Enemies who enter this province suffer marked. Oh, what a cool ability. Let's get that. And then you guys got to figure out who you're fighting. And it's got to be somebody. Terraforms only surrounding provinces, so you'd get those. Let's go here. I don't have enough mana to cast Bread for War anymore, which is kind of bummer, but... you want to know a really cool thing about this is we're going to literally put lava rune steels everywhere we go, and then we're going to move. Oh, this is super cool. Because we move, and because I'm going to want lava rune steels everywhere, we're going to burn the land and then leave it so it becomes like inhospitable for anybody else to come by. Which isn't really an effect that I've ever really seen happen before. Normally, you always end up just like hanging around the area afterwards. Let's just grab that raider. And how bad is this infestation? 500. Goodness gracious. All right, I might just try to clear out some of these upper nodes, start getting us some XP or something. An Ashen Ruin down here would get us Butcher Ogres. It's okay. It ain't great. Certainly, at least Bushgrove here is an easy fight for us. Easy-ish fight for us. We're going to have to get to tier 3 so we can get Striders and Dustweavers pretty early. Thank. So much so, I'm actually going to boost this and then build a workshop.
All right.
God. All right. Here's a fight we can take. Here's a fight we can easy take. At least start getting used to our guys. Build a drop beer faction. It would be very funny to make like a an Australia build. I'm not sure what it would look like, but it seems like it could be foolish. So you can conjure animated firestorm. You can also do obelisk crash if you want to move forward. Which, you know, you're a spellcaster, but you're also a giant. What's a little bit unfortunate here is that these guys are also all like shock casters, charge casters. Let's go with this animated fire sword. Ouch. And of course, I'm up against a bunch of guys who do lightning damage, so this is not ideal. But I get rid of the big dog's retaliation at least. You get momentum. Flank. 1, 2, 3. You get momentum. Flank. One, 2, 3. You get momentum. Flank. You get a little flank here. And then you... he's probably going to be the guy who gets hit. So I'm going to bolster his defense. And then I guess I'm just going to kick someone. Oh, I could move. Boom. Drop your big pillar. This guy's probably gonna like teleport or something. Yeah. Yeah, that electrified aura. Oh. That's a spicy meatball of damage. You're gonna have to go in there just to get rid of his retaliation. If you triple attack, it's not gonna do a lot of damage, but I can have this guy come in and wind swap with you. So at least he can tank the next rounds. I mean, I just want to cast this spell. I don't really have a lot of mana, so I probably actually shouldn't be casting anything here, but... You have a flank, cancel that retaliation. Drop it like it's hot. Something to cut our teeth on. Shoes of the Juggernaut. Slip away and Juggernaut. Can you wear shoes? You can. Hey, look at this. You also start with armor, padded plate, and you have a wand of shielding. Interesting. Ooh, yeah, this fast recuperation is really nice. There's a handful of bugs up here. We could probably kill them and clear that out. It's definitely going to be some progress to get ourselves going. Are we a fiendish world? Fire elemental world, maybe? I don't know what we are. It does not seem like there is any consistency. Oh, I guess we're fractured infestations, which is maybe what determines the troop type here. Elementaire Crucible of the Glazed Buns. I am not impressed, says Shimon Mejfaran, who is a militant lord of the nomadic skinks. He really doesn't like us. Is he the guy that's right here? Interesting. Yeah, he is, but he's not the huge free city that's here. But I'm going to take a wild guess and say that those are his homies. Here's another city. Let's give these guys a Whispering Stone. The free city of Effenkraz of the Rat Marksmen, who are vampiric underground reavers. Well, these guys actually seem like they'd be our homies. Flesh-carved ruins, devious watchers. Honestly, if we're going to make friends with anybody, a bunch of evil vampire rats certainly fits the bill. And I'll let you go a turn. Who's that? Who's this? That allows me to get the town council. Hop, 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 hop. What is that? Rainbow clover. Oh, I do want that. I also want this. I'm going to grab a research post down here, because I can also start pushing then on Bushgrove. And we're going to go straight for tier 2 because I am desperate to get some better units right now. What's in here? 370? You seem like a better choice. You're a much better choice for me. They is gobos. If free city units blocks a resource node which belongs to your city and they are your vassal, can I really not tell them in any way to move away? No, if you bring a hero to it, you'll initiate like a little quest dialogue. And normally you have to do something like trade for Imperium or trade like a turn of growth or draft or something like that. Normally there is like some variance of trade-off you've got to do, but they will leave it alone if you ask them, if they are your vassal. Or you will get the option to like just go to war with them. I guess let's bolster this guy's defense since he's already beat up a lot. And I'm just going to put a sword down here. It's going to be a bait sword. And we'll see if anybody goes in and try to kill it. Yeah, you fools. Yeah, you're a bunch of fools. Stupid computer, you're so predictable. Now. This only affects a single target. This affects all those guys. So I'm actually going to just drop that. This sandworm is the obvious danger. The worst part about this is he has a big 2-hex radius ability. So he's going to probably hurt me real bad. All right, I would like to deselect this ability and select my own units. Thank you very much. Help! Next unit, thank you. Can't get in with all these guys. Oof. Oof. Yeah, I can't kill him this turn. I can't even remotely get close to killing him this turn. He's probably going to die. Might as well push you out that way. Yep. That's a lot of damage. Oh! Oh, magic units! Oh my god, magic units. You're still better off just doing that. Kill him. Because I am now learning about how dangerous magic units are. Oh, did not realize you were going to be in range of that, but okay. That didn't count as 3 movement? Does it have to be 3 movement in a single turn? After moving at least 3 hexes. Does it have to be 3 hexes from where you started? Oh man, that guy can still put down some serious beatdown. You know, I'm not going to heal anybody. Resisted swallow whole. They've really made it so prioritizing magic units suddenly is a lot more important. Depending on your army composition, of course. We won a gargoyle. Well, I'll take him. I'm not gonna say no. And I guess I will build a new Wind Rider. Though that gargoyle did tank my mana so much that I no longer have any mana to give. There's Watchful Eye. Probably will unlock Lieutenant next. Hero Grounds. This is 2 locations right next to each other. Units recruited in this city get +1 starting rank. And the governor of the city gets 10 renown every turn. You put a recruiting governor in there and build a forest guild. And you're talking about adding like +3 starting rank on every unit. I mean, you're talking about getting units that start, tier 1 units that would start at like Exalted. You got Lesser Evocation. We're going to pick up Blast Evocation. 1 hex radius 20. My weird fiery earth giant monster. Did we go down here? We did, yeah. Is there any towers around? There's one way over here. I guess that could be probably priority. This is all ruined territory down here. This is a pretty cool continent we're looking at right now. I'm going to pick up tier 1 experience because TBH, all of our units are tier 1 right now. Man, I might have to kill him first. This is such a big city over here too. Rainbow Clover on the Fractured Infestation is already ruined. Yes, you can repair ruined nodes though. It does cost a lot of mana, like 500 mana. But if it's for a magic resource, it is pretty much worth it. All right, homie, you're going to have to come back and do some healing, I think. Is that mana undefended? Oh, nice. 50 mana. I'll take that. A Sepulchre of Steel. Progenitor Golem combat spell. Ooh, 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 ooh. Secret temples. This is really cool. I love this like fractured meteor infestation here. Obviously like not so good for me, but a hero wants to join. We have a warlock, a defender, and a battle saint. Honestly, a nautical governor might not be bad. A nautical governor could be interesting. Nomad nautical is kind of a wacky combination. This guy has rivaled me. You're a scavenger, man. I'm a conqueror. That is way more of a problem for you than it is for me. I want to like clear that out, but obviously this fractured infestation is a issue. Out of curiosity, how big is this fight? 1,300. That is how the kids say woof. Every kind of option is kind of a bad option. Or should I start working on a shrine? Oh, cool. The Dust Weavers are also different when you go Conqueror. Instead of doing blind and physical damage, they do burning and fire damage. And of course, they weave momentum instead of grabbing loot. Six turns to build. Yerf. Grab that tower. We have a city ruin up here. Okay. Okay. Interesting. And admittedly a little unexpected. You have a knowledge stash. Grab that and meet Eldritch Sovereign Cornea the All-Seeing. Now, can't imagine we gonna be getting along, but currently it doesn't look like we're gonna be getting along with anybody. Pop up about to start a war every time. I guess I could try. Yep. Pyreborn Hunt. The ceremonial hunt of the dire penguin. License with F and Kraz by 200. Well, I'll just take this quest because frankly, I don't really have a lot of things I can actually fight right now because of all of our garbage tier 1 units and because of how magical everything is. You're 600 strength now with a knight. Blech. Are you casting me mana every turn? I guess you probably are, right? Yeah, you are. Hum, 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 hum. How big is that? 450. All right, we're going to come down here. We're going to clear out this haste berries. I might try to grab some of this, but probably we're going to go gobble, 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 and then get the heck out of here. I'm probably going to Imperium rush those haste berries as well. You have met the Bleeding Priestess, Yimbria, an elder vampire hybrid leading the cultists of the Blood Rite. Cult of Death, Apex Predators, Cult of Personality. That's a pretty fun combo. She's a deceptive spy. Insufficient resources, but in reality, it's just like I'm missing something else entirely here. I gotta have a hero up here to actually build that. You're gonna grab this tower, take a little look around. And then I guess we'll dive down into those caves. Explorer, explorer. You're an elitist. Which is potentially very good for getting defense and resistance on my hero. You're a prospecting governor giving bonuses to mines, which can also be very good for us because we do have materium, so we will get mines equal mana. But a battle saint. This hero and your ruler. So I'd want you probably to be like a frontline battle saint if that's the case. And you'd be a warlock, which is what, like blight damage and curses? Right now I'm feeling like we need more backline people, so having backline heroes to me makes more sense. I also love the idea of having a coastal navy. I think I'm going to take this dude. But let's zhuzh him up a bit. This one's got the runes on it, so I think we'll go with that helmet. Ooh, he's got the bony skin decoration. I'm actually going to give him this look then. Because now he's got some sort of like undead vibe going on. And actually, I kind of like that. I kind of like that a lot. Do I want to go over the top and give you like skulls? Or this is the Fractured Evoker hood that we just unlocked. Honestly, this one kind of also looks good. You know what, man? I might just give you the torn cape that you had. It does sort of feel right, especially with that hood. I like the way he looks. He looks like a warlock to me. He's got a Staff of Spirit, which is not so warlocky. But he's also level 1, so, you know. He's figuring himself out. Bushgrove is sent to War Party. Definitely the time to come back. We can hang out. We can vibe. We can figure out what we're doing. Dire Penguin makes me think of that Werner Herzog clip, but why? Definitely a odd choice. No, my farm. I guess let's just reabsorb this and move it out of there so that it doesn't get destroyed. You're gonna pick up Stonemason. Let's build a little bit quicker here. And then I'm gonna give you like one of these bunnies next turn. We just unlocked lieutenants, which is cool. Chimes of momentum. We do have a couple of scouts. Getting enchanted crows is always, it's not a bad idea. We're going to build a lieutenant next. You have access to 3 gold per unit killed. We're going to want that. We're also going to want swimming. Lots of things we need Imperium for right now. I want to pick up all these items. A unicorn mount. And then whatever the heck this is. You're going to go underground and find a sealed archive. And also the rest of this underground area. I'm going to say your next goal is probably that watchtower right there. Maybe I should have went through the mountains, but that's okay. So yeah, that's invaded, but then we're just like, slorp. See you later. And now we can put it down there instead. Just a little shift. You guys are rating us with 576. All right, well, we meet you kind of halfway. Do I want to rush this Dustweaver? Kind of, yeah. Yeah, I kind of do. Boop, boop. And boop. You know what? There's no rush on that. Let's wait one turn to heal, so we're in a bit better shape. There's a bit of extra cash, and this is the Edge of the Sea. An Altar of Elements. There's a lot of gold wonders here. 1, 2. The Sepulchre is 3. There's actually 2 gold wonders right next to each other right here. Yeah, you're going to turn this into a city probably for sure. Very interesting. Friendship from Cornea. This Pirate Cove is also attacking us. We're getting hit with a lot of stuff right now, dudes. I'd like to get a lieutenant out. I know that we already have a lot of melee units, but a lieutenant does kind of feel fitting for us. And then let's kill this war party. One strategy might be viable is going all farms for growth in the beginning, then resetting to switch over to quarries or something. Yeah. Especially because like the nomads take so much to build up their first stuff. More water than usual on this playthrough with the continents. Yeah. I think that the continents focus could work. Let's put you here. you here. So you're a warlock, but without any stuff yet. And you're a gargoyle, so you can fly, right? Yeah. Ooh, jumpers. Old jumpy boys. Charge blocked. Oh, your fire evocation got turned into blast evocation. Interesting. Okay. I tell you what. I'm actually going to summon a fire sword here because I want it to suck up this hit. Because that's a tier 3 unit, so... Oh, the charge is blocked no matter what I do there, hey? No bueno. Why do you have 2? Why are you not wearing any pants? I guess you're primal human. Why does he have 2 retaliation attacks? Ah, heavy retort, +1 retaliation attack. Okay, that explains it. So, I actually want you here because you're probably going to have to eat that charge. So I think we'll charge you because it's kind of all I can do. We'll hit you. I'm going to move you up here. I'm going to give you momentum. And then... This is not the easiest fight. Your charge is blocked, but you add burning. I think I will charge him with the gargoyle. Just to try and shut him down a little bit. I'm going to try not to cast any of my spells. Oof. Oof. That polearm is extra dangerous because all my guys are cavalry. Which I didn't really think about. You're definitely going to do a blast evocation there. That's a tasty flank. I probably could have flanked that. I don't want this raider to die for no good reason. If I moved him, I could charge with you. I am going to eat a hit there, but...
Hmm.
20 damage. Well, technically you'd live that. Though, if these other guys come in, it might not be the case. I suppose we could swap locations. If you move, you're going to take You don't have slippery, do you? No, you do have status vulnerability. Gargoyle, I don't think you're gonna live out of here. It's not looking so good for you. Now, that being said, you do heal if I turn you to stone, and you get 3 defense. So that could at least keep them occupied. Yeah, you're gonna get charged for way more damage than I thought you'd take. Oh man, we are some fragile units. Ain't no mistake in that. How come he gets to charge for that much damage and I get to charge for like no damage? You should probably cast Grant Defense on somebody. And then we'll pillar them. I might be able to kill you if I'm lucky here. That'll do it. Flaming sword goes on them. Everyone else should be okay? Question mark. Flaming sword dies because it's out of runs. Oh. That's a lot of damage. You're going to go all the way around there for the big flank, and you managed to get the crits, so all right. This is the price we pay, This is the price we pay. I suppose you can use that heavy retort. No. All right, so this is our warlock. He's kind of like an undead warlock, I guess. I mean, we are demons, so going with some undead stuff can make sense. Alex, hello. Also, Daedalus, welcome. Second Nomad playthrough it is. This is our Conqueror playthrough right now, so. How's the game going? Just getting started. We got a tough start ahead of us. 2 zombies or a bone wyvern, then you get Raise Undead or Dark Ritual. Decaying Dissolution, Blight and Decaying. Whenever a friendly unit dies, you get Grace. Or Aura of Disease, Immune to Disease, and Claim Soul. Target non-hero unit is immediately revived as a Whiteborn. Oh, that's fun. Awaken Corrupted Soul, Bend Broken Will. I feel like he should go kind of like a morale base, so I think I'm going to go with a Hex Pact. So he'll summon some undead. And then he'll be morale, because we are chaos, right? So. And then, boy, I guess you might as well just absorb into the army here. And I might as well just sit on the base, because at least we'll get extra XP. Just while we wait for it to figure itself out. There's another little spot for us there. Production stashes. Our ruler got a level up and also picked up his first signature skill, which I believe we're going to go for damage ruin so we can pick up still as stone. Which is, I don't know, maybe a bit weird, but I do want the crafting stuff, but I don't think we need it yet. I'm going to pick up Hurl Flame just to give him another long-range spell, single target spell. You've captured Panic Iron Tail. And of course, we're attacked by the Pirate Cove NPCs now as well. Did we ever pick up... Oh, I'm thinking of Shadow, right? Yeah, hero defeated in combat. We don't have an outpost yet, but we're not about to get one. I would take battlefield looting, I think. I'm gonna need a lieutenant. Also, would not mind a strider. You would not mind a market. You have enough to boost that, so I'm gonna let you do it. Which does mean you guys are staying put for one more round here. This guy's another outpost over here being upgraded to a work camp. A divination dome. It feels like there's a lot of wonders on this map. Like some sort of age of wonders. And we met the vicious Yasik Vol, the free city of Yasik Vol. Beefy engineers. They are orcish demonkin. Scion of Flame, Cult of Personality, Umbral Disciples. That's a tier 4 city. Masters of Chaos. I am probably going to make a peace with them. Because they would be a nightmare to fight. And if I could take them and absorb them, they'd be a really big city. That's a dead end, so let's go this way. We still have like no mana. Mostly because of this steel runestone, but you know, I love Ash Landing terrain. It's just so cool. See, we're in the bottom left today. Oh, you know, moving around. We're going for a demonic bunnykin under the reign of this weird fire giant elemental. Yeah, we're gonna have to get out of here. These fractured infestations are becoming a problem. Effin Kraz sends you a bottle filled with an unknown substance. In anticipation of our new pact, we have this small gift for you. In our culture, we share this drink when we forge a bond. She takes a sip and coughs heavily, waiting for you to return the gesture. I'm gonna do it, but that sucks because I need to be fighting right now. We get our second tome, which is going to be a tome of pyromancy.
Fire is sacred. It is the beginning and the end. It is passion and destruction. It is life and death.
I can't really afford to lock anything in right now, so... I'm going to boost that lieutenant. And he is going to take the spot of... that Wind Warrior. I mean, they're all going to come down here together, but... I want to see this guy in action. Oh, the lieutenant also gets a camel. Camel chariot. When this unit attacks, a random friendly unit within 2 hexes gains strengthens. When he enters defensive mode, a random friendly unit within 2 hexes gains bolstered defense and bolstered resistance. This guy also has discern weakness, so he can target an enemy unit and all units of that type get sundered, which is a cool new effect that we haven't really seen anywhere else. Unfortunately, this fight does suck, but what are we gonna do? Trying to play Assassin's Creed 2 on PC? Like, that's pretty deep cut. Maybe just go straight for the Ezio trilogy, really. Scene from an anime where the main character gets eaten alive by a horde of white rabbits. Isn't that just Monty Python? That was too far. Let's go here instead. And then I guess... We're gonna go like here and here. That lieutenant bolstered defense, I think. You can hit anybody with that hex pack, so why don't we hit you, the hero? Then we'll summon our little fire sword. He had way more movement than I thought he did. They do have tier 3 leash guard here on a flying mount, which is not ideal. What are you on that makes you so fast? You're on a little pig. Little piggy boy. Well. Not really any point in me using Discern Weakness. Honestly. I will blast them. Why don't I give you Weave Momentum? Considering you're going to flank. Though I'm realizing I don't think you get affected by Momentum. Oh yeah, you do. But it doesn't do the fire damage that raiders get. I see, I see, I see. Why is an animated fire sword not have a bunch of defense against fire? I would have thought that to be a pretty obvious decision. I guess we'll have you attack. We'll have you then attack. Oh, Sworn Bond. That won't do. This is not the way to be doing this. Oh man, we're gonna lose some dudes in this fight, that's for sure. I don't think that's worth casting yet. Owie. 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 Do I have to kill this raider right now? I think I do. Oh my god, you didn't get the kill. That gets rid of the Sworn Bond, at least. Alright, so he's dead and the tier 3 is dead. That's good. You could hit those guys with a Rune Steel, or you could nuke one of them. You're going to hit me with a Sundering Curse right now. And I got to be honest, I don't think I have anything to stop that. But I guess at least it's not an AoE. Those are both flanks. I feel like that's still the better option right now. It is possible I could keep that guy alive, but not super likely. I think I'm just going to heal this pocket. Let the raider get killed. Oh, at least he got hit with the curse, so... They certainly could have played that a lot worse for me. Doom, 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 doom. Pop them. That's on fire, is it? Unfortunate. Come there, you kill him, and at least that guy is threatened now. This shield unit is good to hit with some of these melee strikes. Alternatively, I could pull him back, but it would pull him off the archers, so... We hex pack to you. Burning and blind. All right. If that's the case, maybe I will do this then. He gets pulled all the way back. You're super hexed. And he's just going to chase that lieutenant down. Ooh, actually. Ooh. Actually. Pearl Flame. I think you're going to go for him. Because I want to say that these dudes can probably kill this guy. Nice. 25% chance. Nailed it. Still a sword. Melts in high temperatures. I guess that makes sense. A motivating charm of true sight. 20% extra XP. I mean, sure. Unfortunately, I am still like bleeding troops constantly, but I'm getting at least a little bit of experience out of it. 500, 500. I should pack up. I have 2 infestations hitting me here. Back it up, dudes. We're just going to move down here. Hopefully I'll still get a round of healing out of this, but if I don't, that's life. Y'all gonna go over here. Y'all gonna level up. Target suffers morale. Attack and debuff abilities against the techs always hit. Now, is that like my attack and debuff abilities or all attack and debuff abilities? Because that changes that a lot. I think right now I'm just going to go with the morale. Because I did say he was going to be morale based. Probably sell that corpse. You got yourself a pact of cooperation down here with these rats. Yeah, and you are being absorbed all over the place, so... I mean, we gobbled up the 2 locations. I think it makes sense to move. Does seem like we are maybe being attacked as well, so... We'll pick a new spot to set up shop. Slag smelter... You're gonna come down there. Well, that's really on the edge of the map, so... This is cool, the way it looks up here. It literally looks like one of these giant spirals. Right, I have 19 turns to kill those dire penguins as well. I think what I'll do is I'll just set up, like, probably here? 2 away. Maybe here, and then I'm going to put a bunch of heat on Bushgrove. You go here. 1, 2... Is that 3? 4? Yeah, that could do it. If we set up, like, there. That would be a pretty safe spot, I think. 2, 3... I want to make sure we can get that rainbow clover in 4, so 1, 2, 3. This is this or this. If I go here, 1, 2, 3, 4. I can't get to this library. But I guess I could still get that oasis from there. All right, we'll go there. It's the best option we got right now. Man, there is a tower right here, so we can see some more stuff. More city ruins as well. Yeah, unfortunately, the lava rune steel does not stick around, so... I really want bread for war. I think I'm going to save up for that. I also want the Enchanted Crow Companion. I also want a rune steel down here, but... limitations. So we're going to go forest. We're going to go quarry. We're going to go... You know what? I need mana. We'll go with the conduit there. Hello, Astral Lord Nivers the Prophet. Man, everybody is really astral on this map. Mana node there. Let's get a farm. At least one. And yeah, unfortunately, like my market is no longer boosted. Well, my mana obelisk is. Mana per adjacent forester. Friendly units and adjacent provinces gain 15 HP per world map. Pillaging adjacent tiles takes -1 turn. I should put that right there. Is what I should do. And then we can pillage our way in and just gobble up all that territory. If that's the case, you scale off of foresters. So that would be 2 foresters, and I could probably put a 3rd one there. I'm going to do that. $530, $562, $580. Guess we'll attack those guys. Let's get some level ups first. Lure of the Horde is pretty good for us. We'll take that. And we will take... How did I want to build you? I think I was going to build you for Massive Flame so that we had a big 2-hex fireball. And I think that I'm going to go straight for that first before we go anywhere else, just so you have the options. Somebody has built an outpost or something out there. Dismantle these city ruins to make it difficult for people. You're gonna poke your nose underground to discover the city of Nolmark. Spine-chilling Nolmark. Ooh, of the stench of death. Followers of alchemy, they are grim apes. Cult of death, man. Lot of death people here on this map as well. And we're gonna fight these unicorns. Haven't seen you doing a dragon ruler for some time. You don't like them, or is there no reason? I guess it's been a while. I do like dragon rulers. I have a lot of fun with them. I don't think I want to use that blast invocation yet. Yeah, I wouldn't say any particular reason I haven't used them. It just happens Just happens to be the case. You know what? All these guys have teleport, so it don't matter too much what I do here. You're going to be the hardest to hit, so I'm going to hex you. Have you go here, actually, and then I'll have you go here. Put down an animated sword. Super rude. Primal Wolf. You summoned 2 of them? How did he summon that at that range? Did they change Primal Wolf summon? Summon a Primal Wolf onto target hex. Range 1. When summoned on favored terrain, gains Frenzy. If someone could explain how he was able to summon that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 tiles away, flanking my back line, I would love to hear an explanation. I'd absolutely love to hear an explanation for that. Also, how he was able to summon 2 of those at the same time. Because right now, that is some grade A bull poopy. How the hell did you do that? I don't understand. That must have been a glitch. That's the only thing that possibly makes sense there. Oh, buddy. That really does a number on me. Like, I can no longer do blast evocation and hit literally all of them with that. With some potential minor possibilities. If I do a recovering wind pull. I'm going to take a hit, but really should not have to be doing that. All right, so they're all on fire now. I'm basically just gonna have to wait 2 turns for him to disappear. Which sucks because he has like full flank on me. Okay. Okay. Wait a minute. Wait a gosh darn minute right there. Wait one gosh darn minute. That's not how this works. That's not how this works. You're not allowed to magically summon a primal wolf every single round of combat. What's going on here? That's going in the bug reports for sure. With those abs, he can do whatever he wants. I wonder, is it something to do with the fact that he's hexed? Well, he's not hexed anymore. He killed my caster. I mean, there's absolutely no way for me to win this right now. I'm gonna be redoing this battle because obviously something is very wrong. In fact, I might just say... Where is the reset button? Wow. What I want to know is he going to summon another one right now? Oh, is he casting summon? Oh man, maybe I'm stupid. He might have actually just cast summon Primal Wolf every fight. Conjure Primal Wolf. Jesus Christ, dudes. Alright, I'm gonna have to redo this fight though. It's not a bug, I'm just dumb. I guess because I didn't see a hero in this fight? I thought you could only summon when you had a hero in the battle. I thought you could only use spells when there was a hero in the battle. Oh, there is a restart combat button. Man, that summon does make this way tougher. Wait, also, I thought this was an NPC. Oh. So this is why I'm confused. I didn't realize that this was one of Busch Gardens' guys. Keeper none. I didn't realize that this was a hero's army. I thought this was an NPC stack. That's why I was so confused about this. That being said, I'm still not sure that there is really like a way to win this if that's the case. I might actually just have to retreat out of this fight. Are you guys magic? What do you count as? Just a regular shock unit. Okay. Oh, Hurl Flame is now an AoE. Yeah, well, let's use that then. That does make at least a little bit more sense. Primal Origin, some funny stuff. Yeah, it's not showing Summon Primal Wolf over here. Hence why I'm so confused. Wow, they got a lot of range on that phase. Conjure Primal Wolf. So unlike other spells, it doesn't actually show up on this side for some reason. Yeah, I can't win this if it's against him. Yeah, I could barely win it as is. If I even could. But if he is summoning a primal wolf every single round... I think I'm just going to load before this fight. Save ourselves having to have a full stack wipe here. Kind of feels like probably the better choice. Yeah, he is Bushgrove. Which I should have seen. I could see that these guys were like different banners. My brain did not parse together why that was the case. C'est la vie. So you will say to me. So you're going to go Forester. You're going to go farm. Put a farm over there for right now because I can actually build that thing. I'm going to meet this guy. We're going to put a conduit up there. I think I'll put a conduit over there too. Now I can build a market properly as well. So this all kind of feeds out a little bit better, and put a strider in here. Okay, so I'm not in a rush to take that if that's the case. I would be better off taking out this. You've got a necromancer, you've got an undead titan, and skeletal militia. You do count as undead, right? Okay, so I have to kill 2 necromancers before I can kill a titan. That's risky business. This guy's leveled up with that. And we did pick Lure of the Horde for here. That's a better fight for us. So why don't we take this first and work our way up. As your troops approach the band of mercenary guards, they raise the white flag. He says, we are expected to protect this. We could get an aspirant knight of honorable sirens. 95 gold. I'm going to take that. I know the last thing we need is like more charge units, but right now I actually do need more units, period. So you're 475, you're 5, and then I guess let's go for those haste berries next. Okay, I selected both of you to move at once, but okay. You're going to dismantle those city runes and keep going up that way. You're going to... You grab that tower. We were going to go underground with you. Meet Nolbach. Who we will give over a stone to in 4 turns. Now, do I have enough to peace out with the Yasik Vol? I actually do. Which would be a very, very good idea, because they're also at war with Bayat Shifa. And they are a huge city. Like, they can't win against that. It's a tier 4 metropolis. They would also send, like... If they sent a stack at me, it would be well over 1,000 points. And now I have somehow enough mana for Bread for War. So we'll start casting that. Oh, I guess from clearing a mana node. The enemy of Bushgrove smugly offers a chance of surrender. No. Absolutely not, you nerd. They have sent a war party. Cornea is happy that I guess I made peace with those guys. We'll have to see. Here I thought Bush Garden, some kind of hedge maze. It's on season 4 of Voyager, and I noticed they had like 7 of 9 in high heels. High heels on a spaceship is definitely a choice, right? Gio, enjoy your food. So what do we have here? We have unnatural speed. We have a summer fairy with blooming life and fire blast. We have the wind rager, and then we just have a bunch of birds. So this feels okay to me. They can all charge me on their opening move because they are birds. So if that's the case, I'm just going to move a little bit forward. Flying V formation. I guess I'll debuff the Summer Fairy. Let's yeet a fireball at the crowd. So at least they're all on fire. Ball. Discern weakness is range 3. That kind of sucks. Ow. Okay. Aspirate Knight. I'd like the Aspirate Knight to survive so that he could become a full knight. In my dream come true scenario. Did he come with a special ability at all also? I guess he didn't. Sometimes when you get characters, they come with, like, you know, lower costs or something of the sort. I might as well just put a fire sword behind these guys, because then I can at least get a nice flank. Lieutenant. You might as well stab them. That is a really nasty retaliation because you are a magic unit. You would get hit by him if I moved. That being said, you'd get a really delicious retaliation if I did this as well, so I think I'm going to do that. Because furthermore, it allows me then to attack you with him, which is almost enough to kill him, but unfortunately not quite enough. I wonder, if I cast Recovering Wind Pull on you, would it pull you all the way back here? You know, there's really only a way to find out. Yeah! Now, unfortunately, he is still flanked, but he's kind of more flanked now than he was before. Oof. Ow, ow, ow. All right, homie, I'm going to have you go here. And then I'm going to have you get rid of him. Now you can smash somebody with a blast evocation if you wanted. Though you're not sure who that's going to be yet. That's flank, so I feel like just take that. That's flank. But that's a kill shot. That's a lot of damage. That's a lot of damage. What if I weave momentum on you, cancel his retaliation, and put burning on him, and then not do enough damage with this to kill him? That's a strategy. Now, you get the critical hit, and you cast blastification for a double kill. And we save our mana. You get morale broken because you have the hex of bad morale. And then I take the victory because I don't want my guys to take burning damage every round until the end of time. We get the berries. We get a reinforced mail. That is a 10 HP upgrade compared to what you have. You get yourself a level up. Chance of misfortune or magic attack gains morale drain. I do want this corrupted soul. I think it's right for you. All right. All right, all right, all right. Being a high heel hater. Not allowed to hate high heels. A dried up basin. Did we go under here? Oh yeah, no mock. You're gonna keep exploring this way. Here's the city of Innsmouth. You have expanded quite a bit already. You have 3 cities. I do not love that. But I also do not have anything to say about it. $738 damage with 2 unicorns. 2 primal chargers and this death knight. Furthermore, if I attack you, it's going to pull in all of those guys. Well, I don't love that. So I'm going to hide in my little city here where it's safe. Build another strider. Split my army in half. Caster, Dustweaver, ranged unit, fighter, charger, shield. Okay, so that's kind of an army. You are consumed by arrogance. Do you want to be an explorer or do you want to be a dominator? I think you're probably better off as an explorer. Dominator's great and all because you get domination, but I don't think we have any way to recruit or raise here, really. So, VM, how we doing? Welcome on in. Can't reach a high shelf if you put high heels on. Probably still can't reach, but I'm closer to it. I can't reach a high shelf if I put high heels on, but that's mostly because if I put on high heels, I am eating dirt and hitting the floor. I think we'll just keep him an explorer. I'm going to try to go around this guy. That's not going to work. I'm going to have to go around the mountains then. Bred for war. I don't know what that visual effect is. I think it actually replaced our scars with other scars. This warlock has his first signature skill. It's definitely going to be 10% critical hit chance for everybody. %10 damage against targets that are burning, or morale bonus. Or do I just pick up Awakened Corrupted Soul right now? We're just going to take Awakened Corrupted Soul. I think I'm just going to take Awakened Corrupted Soul. So, then, what are we doing? When this city shares a border with another empire or free city, the trophy stores get 20 gold and 20 food. Well, that's very good. This war camp right here will also be very good because I could pillage all 4 of these tiles. And there are sheep and there's mana. I think that's got to be the priority there. Ah, well, I guess... Eat trash. Cosmic winds. Provinces turn into deserts around the world and blinding sands is active. I mean, that's okay with us. We unlock searing blades. Let's get fiery projectiles. We unlock cheaper pillaging next turn. You want a wizard spawn. I don't know why you like me so much. Because you have a declaration of friendship. Empires that start war. And yeah, we're not going to get along, dude. Which sucks because you clearly have an advanced start. There's another ghost down here. Not that I can do much with that, but... 744. Yeah, I mean, I can take it out. The big problem is that they can summon primal wolves on top of me. And, boy, man, that summon primal wolf is really good now. It is really, really good now. I have 2 turns. I could kill this guy first. How's the auto on this? Probably bad. Very bad. Very bad. Do you want to be a dominator? This game just took a new turn. You are now interested. Doroth, hello. Yes, we're doing a new run today. We beat the last one. Now, I got a problem here. I got to kill those necromancers before I can kill that titan. And that titan has Dread Burst, which is a big, poopy, stinky, bad ability that I don't love. So I think my actual option here is getting on top and dominating. I'm gonna go round with that raider. Put you here. I'm gonna put you there. I'm gonna put you here. What the heck's a broken spirit on him? For whatever good that's gonna do. On an undead, probably not a lot. You can't reach me here, so that's good. I'm going to bolster the knight because I don't want to lose him. Strider, I'm going to teleport up there. I'm going to put an animated fire sword here because I want to bait them into these thorns. And then everybody else might as well just go defensive mode. It's going to be a lot of blind happening. That's a weird choice, but okay. Yeah, being blind makes it really hard to hit people with a bow. Meow, 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 meow. You're also going to come up here. You're going to have to take that bleed. You pick up 3 bread for war with that? How does this work? You lose 3 bread for war? I don't understand, but okay. Hurl a fire at them. You can't miss with that. The nice thing about him coming up is actually he trampled bread for war and warding. Sorry, I don't understand what bread for war does. And it doesn't actually show. %% morale resistance for each friendly adjacent unit. Okay. Thank you. Now I understand. Honestly, you're just gonna go right there. Lots of blinds. These sandstorms are both positive and negative for us. That's a big nasty flank, so we'll take that. You have pretty good range there. I wouldn't mind lighting you on fire. This is now becoming a waste. You actually have to go back the other way. And we're going to run into the same problem with this lieutenant. Do I want to step you out? No, probably not. Well, yeah, probably yes, because I don't want this aspirant knight to have more than one possible hit on him. It's a bit of a weird setup we got here. He's gonna cast that, and he is hitting everybody with it. Wait a minute. Did I misunderstand how that ability works? It does look like it. The Necromancer raised the other Necromancer, which I didn't think about. Range 4. Oh, goddamn. I thought this was centered on him. Which I now clearly see is not the case. That other Necromancer died. Well, at least that's good. Must be used on low morale or worse. You have low morale. So I can summon an Awakened Soul here. He's not going to do a lot, but he is going to provide a little bit of heat. I guess you can cast Discern Weakness, because what the hell else are you doing here? Everybody gets Decay and Blind. The Necromancer raises the other Necromancer. He summons another Skeleton. This isn't going to work if the Necromancers just keep raising each other. Already used in battle. Already used in battle. Okay, actually it will work fine. Target a unit with morale low or worse has a chance of instantly dying. So you're telling me I have a chance to instant kill him. You have a flank. He's dead. My problem is not solved if... I just decay and bleed every single turn. In fact, it's going to be a big issue if that's the case. Because I also think this guy can summon a skeleton every single turn. Though for some reason he didn't. 19% chance of death. Well, we had to try. You guys can start running forward. You can start running forward. You can start running forward. You ain't doing jack. Why don't I pull you towards me? Dispel 2 effects, blind and remorse. You can throw a fireball at them at least. Swap that lieutenant up into the front lines. You're going to come this way. 5% chance to hit. Well, it's not very good, but I guess we'll try it. My corrupted soul is dead. That necromancer is beating my archer currently. Ooh. You managed to land 2 of those at 5%. You can actually reach him, Aspirate Knight. So I'm going to have you do that. And then... yeah, I'm going to have the 2 of these guys just take this fire damage. %, miss. 35% graze, but he is burning. He's running. He is killed from burning. 40% arrows. Almost there. Flank kill. All right. That was certainly a tougher fight than I expected. After the battle, a radiant flash blinds you, leaving an angelic figure bound in chains. At last, the Archons have heard my prayers. What will my fate be? Get a pact of loyalty with Effenkraz. Good characters gain 5 alignment. Bushgrove gains 18 allegiance with you. We don't like Bushgrove. We get an Inferno puppy. Sacrifice them for 10 alignment and an Inferno puppy. That's obviously what I'm going to do. Because we are demons. We also got a free lieutenant from that fight. That is incredible. Excellent news. Let's go back to town, where we can sit and heal and get free XP. And do all those tasty bits and pieces. Does this run have Cataclysmic Storms as well? It does not. This one has the Fractured Infestations, but it's the other challenge map, so it does not have the Cataclysm artifacts. Though I would like to do that map again and just not take the Cataclysm victory. You're going to cast Searing Blades. Revive Necro can revive the dead one, yeah. But they can only do it once per battle. So, the important thing was that they didn't revive the Undead Titan. So, them wasting their revives on each other was fine with me. Unfortunately, we're going to have to spend another turn healing here. Just don't want to risk that otherwise right now. And you'll be coming around the mountain when she comes. She'll be coming round the mountain when she comes. He can't reach me in a single turn. Well, he could, but he's not going to siege me in a single turn. We're going to destroy our mana upkeep with that spell. And then also cast Enchanted Crow Companion. You got yourself a pact of loyalty. I know I need another Whispering Stone, but I'm going to take that raiding option first. You think I'm useful? My farms! Can't attack you right now anyway. Melee, 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 ranged, range. You need a Dustweaver. I need mana. Especially because I'm about to cast another spell with upkeep. Enchanted Crow Companions. All my bros hate Bushgrove. Necros did a great job healing each other. They definitely took care of each other. That's for sure. You are about to trespass. On Bushgrove? That's not their capital. Are you telling me you're underground? You're underground. You son of a gun. All these advanced starts all around us. Well, I can't fight you while you're next to your other army. So, you win this round. But your luck has now run out. 178 to boost that. Do I want to do that? I think I will. It's pretty expensive, but your ruler has leveled up. We're going to get Big Fireball. Which is maybe the wrong choice, but we also have room for another hero. And this Pirate Cove is attacking us again, so there is no rest for the wicked. Money don't grow on trees. You guys are going to attack this squad. Blinding Sands is actually kind of bad for us. I don't really want to lose my Inferno puppy. Though I think it's going to be hard with a bunch of unicorns. It's just that Inferno puppy is my only magic sword. But yeah, he takes extra damage from Spirit. So if that guy hits an Inferno puppy basically once, he's going to just pop him. And these guys have that stupid Spirit Wolf ability, so... Fireball! Ba, 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 da, ba. Also does lightning damage, because we're next to a magical charge. I wonder, is singing Fireball going to get boring in this campaign? I don't think it is. Deep down? I think it's kind of hard to say no. You can go here. Who do you want to debuff? Probably the hero. That seems like the right choice. I suppose you can go in there, stack bread for war on everybody. You're going to go in there. The unicorns are kissing each other. And then trying to delete my Inferno puppy, as expected. Wow. I really set myself up to just eat that entire charge line on my first turn. Really, really badly. That was not top tier strategy, I can tell you that much. You're actually going to go for that unicorn because he's more valuable and you shot it terribly. Let my own guys on fire, of course. You know what? If I discern weakness, they'll both get debuffed. I should have done that earlier. And then I could take a terrible trade there. %. What are you, blind? Don't answer that. You're blind too. I've done a really good job at not actually killing anything. I have a question. If you go here, you get a flank. Meow, 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 meow. What I don't want is this unicorn just teleport flanking my Inferno puppy. And I think that's what I'm going to have happen. Now I can kill this guy. Especially if I cast Sprint on this raider. I could also kill that guy, but what I can't do is kill both of them. So I'm going to try to give them a fatter target over here. And I guess I could also heal them. They got blinded. That's good. In fact, pretty much everybody got blinded just then. That 60% feels like a lot more than 60%. Okay. Not too shabby. Babby. You get to make a spooky ghost. And then you can kill that hero. Oh, slip away. As long as you don't slip away, say, next to my other lieutenant. You're going to teleport past all that fire and try shooting these guys in the back. You actually nail all three and get a critical hit. I am shook. I am shocked. I am skibbity-dopped. I think we'll summon a Fire Sword. Just take some shots. I'm going to teleport here. How did that go from 30% to 5%? And I have a flank on it now. Lieutenant, you can go here and discern weakness. I'm going to move you. I'm going to weave momentum. Let that guy take a shot, and then I'm going to pull him back for 20 HP. Puppers. You can come over. That's fine. Squish. Fire sword. Shoot him with a bow. Or don't. You know, up to you. Stab him with a sword. Spear. How do claims work with the moving city? Let's say you claim 5 areas and then pack up. Can you grow 5 areas again after settling down? Yes, that is exactly how it works. And if you have special improvements, you can build them for free. And they build instantly. So all your special improvements, you can just go and place them back down. You don't need to place the same amount of farms or anything else. So if you wanted to, you could say build a bunch of foresters when you first started, so that you could build the stockpile and the granary building and whatnot, and then ignore all the boosted quarry stuff. Then you could move to a place, lay down a bunch of quarries instead, and build all the quarry related buildings. You get to decide. Starblades. I love Starblades. You'll take that. Now, with the 2 of these guys, I could also clear out this finally. That farm is built, but what I'd much rather do is build a war camp. If I abort that, can I just build a war camp where it is? No, I have to repair it, which is going to take 3 turns. Barf. Woof, woof. Bark, woof, woof, bark. That's disgusting. Oh, man. You get dominated? I should have made you a dominator. I actually did not realize that that was an ability under Warlock. Fool of a Took. Oh yeah, we have this pirate cove also attacking us, so we better get prepped for that. I'm probably just going to sit in the city for a turn and let us heal. Oh, a tower. I don't know what you're looking for. You're just kind of wandering. A war between those 2. Okay. That's no bigs for me. $835. You have 2 liege guards, a tyrant knight, and 2 heroes. You're ready to annex more stuff as well. Well. I feel like if I get a quarry, this obelisk will get boosted. Or maybe not. How much for a hero? 300? 300. Ritualist with Raider. Boo, 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 boo. Let's get rid of this guy. Again, I don't want to lose this Inferno puppy this early, so. Woof, woof, bark, woof, bark. A fine quote. Whenever I see percentage next to a game action, I always assume it follows Pokemon percentage. If your action has a 90% chance of hitting, it will miss half the time. Ah, yes, XCOM logic. Enemy action that has 10% chance will hit half the time. That's just XCOM, baby. What do you have? Some sort of sword and dagger? Burning throwing daggers with leap. Oh, that's cool. And you have a pony. All right, you're not too bad. Well, if you go there and you go there and you go there, you could go here. Huh. Sworn bond. Leash guard. Hate these guys. They're always swearing on their bonds. Always like, Bond, James Bond. So annoying. Well, let's just debuff one of them. Sorry, that was a really bad joke. I make a lot of bad jokes. That one I'm gonna apologize for. Yeah, right. Now, they're all gonna come crushing into me, I'm sure, here. Missed. Burning. Charge my charger. Charge my other guy. You are a Tyrant Knight. Ooh, you also have Trample. I'm going to give you Momentum and then realize it doesn't do anything. I'd like to discern weakness on those leash guards, and so I think I better do that. It probably should have been this guy that did it, though. I'm realizing I have 2 lieutenants. Could have been a lot smarter about that. But let's light them all on fire in the meantime, at least. So you guys are really blind, hey? Yeah. You got low morale yet? Not yet. Discern weakness works on heroes as an entire class. That's pretty cool. Can't wait to become immune to fire. It's going to be really helpful. You're going to take some pretty bad damage if I do that. If I attack him, I get a flank, but I also open my flank to this guy coming in. So I'm just going to go for spreading out the damage right now. And that guy's got Sworn Bond, so like he's going to take 50% less damage. Excuse me. If you have astrological diviners as a society trait and you resettle on 10 turn, all the free special improvements trigger the 100 research boost every time. That's pretty funny. I'm also not surprised. There's a couple of broken things with some of the resettlement stuff that can happen. I saw somebody get like something like 1,400 gold a turn from a special event. Just for example. You can go for him. This guy I definitely have to pull out. So the question becomes, who can I pull in? Puppy. Sure. What if I gave you... No, you don't get benefits from momentum. You do? I think. I'm gonna pull you back for 20. What's also really nice about this is I can actually charge you back in again. Though, I don't know that I want to do that. He's got low morale, but he's outside of range, so I can't summon on top of him. I'm going to rune steal them. Because it will kill one sworn bond. Cancel retaliation. I'm going to wail on you. Just split the sworn bonds. Wow, you can really move people around with that. Terrible shots, but I figure at least if it's going to miss, it's probably going to miss on the guy I'd rather. I'll try that. 25% chance for kill. How do you say no? Ow. All right, that hero is definitely going to kill you. Maybe not? I'm going to flank you, Sworn Bond. When will I learn? Answer is never. Now. You're a range of 4. You're also a range of 4. So I have to go here if I want to cast that. And I do want to cast it. Because that's flank damage, and it's a lot of flank damage. And then Puppy Dog can finish you. Nice. Good experience for him. Should have given you bolster defense a long time ago. Are all of you really blind? Seriously? I mean, this guy is broken. Miss, miss, miss. Miss, 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 miss. There's the morale break. And then we can just shoot him for the win. In XCOM, a 70% chance to hit is code for 10% chance to hit. Yeah, right? I found out in the game Dispatch, actually, they just announced a thing that they did with all of their difficulty where they said that anything above a 74% chance is actually a guaranteed chance. Is actually 100% chance. Which is a pretty big difference. Army maintenance. Do you already have that? You have Army Trainer in True Sight. I guess I could give this to Burr instead. Big guy can't take everything right away. Now, what's the deal with this pillaging thing? Pillaging provinces just takes less turns. Well, that's not that big a deal. Considering I do it all in one turn anyway. My biggest concern is that they're going to have an army in here for defense that they're just going to pull out of nowhere. You got some more money, honey. Lots of guys in our crypt. In fact, enough guys in our crypt that we can recruit another hero. The Battle Saint? I thought this guy was the elitist. No, you're an explorer. Oh. Yeah, all right. Let's get that Battle Saint then. What the heck not? I do love our coloring, especially on the chariots. Hey, wait a minute. Those are horses. You're meant to ride a camel. But I didn't realize this unicorn would also get a hilarious desert outfit, so I'm going to give you a unicorn instead. You're a warrior, so I want you to actually look like a warrior. I'm probably going to give you some knightly drip. And I might just keep you with a desert cloak. Is this the helmet I want? Yeah. Sir Henbit the Conqueror. I think we can rock that. A Lance of Glory. Well, I guess we'll give you that padded plate. And you are a Battle Saint who has Paladin and Saint's Fervor. Paladin and Warrior's Fervor. You're also going to take Searing Strikes. And you're also going to take, I think, Purifying Fervor. I'm going to go Smite on this guy. He's going to go for big damage. And we'll just pop him out of the city so that... Pop him out of the city so that he gets healed up with those guys. No money for another troop. But that's okay. It's a weird camel. Medieval tapestry rhino. So, you know, it's a unique take. That's for sure. And then we can burn this down and then we can absorb this and then we'll get an extra pasture out of that. So that's what I'm going to save 150 pop for. But I tell you, we're right on the edge of Bushgrove. We're prepping for the attack. We have our third hero out. I feel like we have broken most of those little armies down. And now we get to actually attack this city and start absorbing it. So why don't we cut our first episode right here? I think that's what we'll do. And we'll come back next time. So we'll see you back here then. Bye-bye.